I'm gonna make this one short, all right, because this is pretty interesting. But I've mentioned this in one of my first videos, all right. But if you look at your mouth, all right, you know how they talk about the womb, but we only talk about the womb and we look at where the baby is housed. Yeah, that's a womb, but where's the entrance to the womb? Is the vaginal entrance, the vagina, right? So here's the crazy part, all right. You notice how when you get hungry, right, you salivate, like the same way a vagina gets wet when she gets turned on, right? And what goes in though? Is it toxic? You know? Is it toxic? Because here's the thing, this is why we should hold what we put in our mouth sacred. These are realizations I'm coming to, and you know what? I ain't no saint, because I've ate garbage that I wasn't supposed to eat. But we all go through this, and I'm going to tell you what. I'm putting this out on the internet. What goes in my mouth, I'm going to change. If anybody wants to join, let me know. But I'm going to tell you something. You notice how we eat, and look at the mouth first of all. Do you notice how the inside, the tonsil area, looks like a little boxing ball? All right, doesn't that look like a clit? That looks like a clit, right? Your mouth being a hole, okay, it gets wet like a vagina. And if you go behind that little boxing ball that's there, and you know when you, and this, viewer discretion is advised, but you know when you finger a girl, all right, and behind the little boxing ball, you have like that little G spot. It's just feels just like the vagina. Use your tongue. Move it to the back and you'll see what I'm talking about. So what goes in should be very sacred, right? You're putting something in. But then what's coming out? What's coming out? Right? The word, the almighty, the almighty powerful word is coming out, right? So the attraction, what attracts you, what do you consider or get convinced to put in your mouth, right? You put it in your mouth, and then you talk a lot of shit, right? When you talk shit, you create your reality on all the shit that you talk. So there's going to be some changes here, okay? Because see, what good is knowledge if it's not applied knowledge, right? That's how I look at it. And I've mentioned this only one time before, but a full powered zigzag is going to be something to see. Because I'll tell you what, everything is a tool. And it's crazy how I've never really thought about this, about the mouth, because I've always been very passionate about what we eat. Yet we all come off track somehow. I've came off track. I'm not telling you I haven't, you know. But shouldn't what we put in our mouth be very sacred? The same way that a woman's vagina is super sacred, what goes in there? Because based on what goes in, a seed gets planted in the vagina. What are you planting? Aren't you planting when you put something in your mouth and you eat it? Aren't you planting something when you listen to something? Aren't you planting something when you watch something on TV or watch something? It's programming you. These are planting seeds. When you smell something, do you notice how you can heal with these senses? Because you got aromatherapy, you got color therapy, where you could see colors and combined with binaural beats. And now you got sound therapy, you got massage therapy, which is the sensational massage, right? So with the common senses we can heal, but we use them to a destructive state instead. Why don't we use them to an empowered state? Instead of working on projects, why don't you work on projections first, right? Start using these supernatural abilities, your imagination. Go back to your inner child. It's good. See, this is the thing. See, people talk about alchemy and transformation and transmutation, which is why it gives them the excuse to want to eat whatever they want. But check this out. I'm not going to encourage that. It all starts from what you put into your vessel. What are you putting into your vessel? At the end of the day, there's a chemistry happening. I don't care how you look at it. There's a cause and effect. Every decision you make, there's going to be a reaction and a consequence. Clarity is key. Clear your space, clear your body, clean out the vessel. This should be very sacred. As above, so below. And for the phallus, why do they call it a magic stick? It's a magic stick. The sexual energy is the most powerful energy you have. The masculine leads the feminine energy, right? But the magic stick, how do you use that magic stick? Do you just leak out all your essence and all your energy out? What do you plant seeds? All your creativity is there. Why do you think the creative chakras are down there? That's sacred, I'm telling you. There's going to be a clear intent here. I really I'm sending you energy of empowerment. You know why? Because you see this shift that we all talk about? Do you notice the shift? The big shift happening? Do you notice how dogs, for example, when you talk to them or you give them a certain frequency, like a whistle or anything like that, they do this? You don't notice that? Even people do that. You notice when people, like, they're confused, like, what? And they shift their head, they tilt their head a little bit and squint their eyes. If you want to see more, don't you open your eyes more, right? But instead people squint them. Why do people squint them? If you're trying to see more, why are you squinting your eyes? Why are you tilting your head? Because people do that too. They're like, what? Like that. But dogs do the same thing, right? What do you receive through your eyes? Light. So they say the earth is on a tilt. It's on a tilt. It's on its axis, right? So notice how in the summertime, the sun is further away from the earth, and in the wintertime it's closer. So why is it hotter in the summertime, and why is it colder in the wintertime? Ain't that weird? Is that weird? Huh? They talk about the angle of light, the way it comes in, more direct in the summertime, which is why it feels hotter. But is the sun what's really heating up the planet? Huh? What is temperature? It's measured in degrees, right? It's measured in degrees. How do you measure an angle? In degrees. A 90-degree angle, 45-degree angle. But you measure temperature in degrees. So what is temperature? Huh? Is it temperament, really? Light? What is it? Those are things to really think about. So what happens is our head really like this? Because we are the earth. The anagram for heart is earth, right? But it's the inner earth, the inner earth, the black sun, right? The black sun. Everybody wants to go to the black sun. When all you have to do is just go within, close your eyes, and you can pretty much access your black sun. So check this out. If our head is like this, right? Are we at it now? How about we just straighten our heads out? Let's see if we can see things a little bit clearer. Is that the shift? We gotta shift our heads over? Let's do this. Let's fucking do this.